out the Lucid Beam, trying to find the kill. They do find it. Sadoy also going to take some damage here, but, well, might end up paying for this one. DAC runs through. They find the Lucid Beam. Oh, good sentry placement down, trying to get him, but DAC hiding away in the trees is actually going to be able to walk away. No, he dies to the tower. Oh, man.
Bottom lane kind of even. X tries to push the lane, just harasses Centaur, try to get in range to use that counter helix on him. Centaur backs off, then just keeps a wave, and pretty much the same CS on both sides.
Yeah. Well, and it looks like Sadoy, who left alive on 10 HP, is going to head over, use this shrine, and that should allow him to get back in towards there as Mag. Well, going to take some more damage there as well, but yeah, you mentioned relatively even, 18-2 versus 17-2, and we'll see how that ends up working out. The big story is just, of course, G here in the mid lane is dominating Afro Ninja, and feels like they can't really rotate anybody out. Vega is just punishing the safe lane as it is.
They're putting the pressure on a safe lane, so Shadowfiend can do his thing. They even got 1 kill on Silencer, which is pretty huge right now. Look at Shadowfiend, plus 24 damage, level 5, against only 6 CS on Silencer.
Regeneration!
Tough life indeed. Is this a hero that can catch back up Silencer through fighting or farming, or what's his recourse here?
Well, the hero doesn't flash farm, so they need to start killing people, so he steals some intelligence, just get some items. I'm wondering what his build is gonna be, probably something into power treads, or maybe that second null talisman might be Veil. I've done that with position 4 Silencer, which I think is really awesome, but still need that 4 staff earlier. Maybe just switches later on into Veil.
They're scanning there, realizing that Shadowfiend was farming over at the Ancients. I guess that just gives them some information that people were heading over there. But now a smoked up Roger had already placed down, well, it wasn't actually placing that ward, I guess just trying to wrap around and see what he could find. And gonna head back to lane. What's the sort of goal right now for Effect? Is there anything in mind, or is it just try and get out of this disastrous laning stage?
Now their tri lane is pretty strong. They even have a Centaur ulti. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, jump in, they get it. They also have the Nightmare onto DAC, but no follow-up stun, 7-second cooldown still for that one. So good use of that ultimate from Centaur.
They have a nice lockdown with Sleep, Brain Theft, Stun, and Lucid Beam. They have enough magical damage plus right clicks to take down pretty much anyone.
Oh, and Sashlo maybe in some trouble here. Can they actually chase him down? Needs 1 or 2 more spins. Healing Bomb not quite there, and was able to get a spin a bit too late before he could get the dunk off though, so Mag just forced back.
They're kind of swapping the lanes right now. Icha being on the bottom. He just wants to be sure he can get the items in the next few minutes.
Makes sense. And has been able to have, I mean, a decent time in terms of putting harassment there onto the Luna, but it's still a little bit behind in terms of the amount of CS that he's been getting. So that could be a concern, as it looks like Luna's going to head into that Helm of the Dominator build that we've seen so often, and I'm kind of interested to see what the Bane is going to provide to the team this time around as the smoke gank comes in, and well, we'll run into a couple heroes, maybe? Kankars? No, they back out.
Bane, during when he gets his ulti up, is probably gonna be used on Shadowfiend, but I mentioned during the pick phase that Weaver might not go for a Lincoln Sphere. She should go for one, probably, right now, because there's Bane, Svensta, there's a lot of single target spells, so she can remove with Lincoln Sphere, but she still needs a BKB in the later game, probably.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. You have to go for those dual defense items. I mean, even something as simple as the last word can be really frustrating to deal with before that BKB comes online. But as far the net worth lead, relatively even across the board. They're going to stun Snako here, get the Arcane Curse down as well, but the Fire Blast and Walk Away should ensure his survival. Ogre Magi is pretty hard to take down, it looks like.
Yeah, he's high armor, 8 starting armor, plus has 1 extra right now on the level 4. What do we see? Centaur getting really close to the Blink Dagger, only 1k away. Something we don't see very often. It's maxing Hoof Stomp against a melee hero. He just wants to be sure that he knows he can't kill Axe, so it's like more a safe play to go for that one.
That's really interesting. I like seeing the pro players mix this up a little bit. Does this really hurt his ability in the mid game to get effective with damage though, or do you think it's okay?
No, it's still fine because he will get a lot of levels still, especially if he gets a kill. He's not gonna be in any team fights until he gets his Blink Dagger. By then he will have double edge level 3, maybe even level 4. Still fine.
Oh, good stuff there, as Sadoy and as well as Roger were heading in to try and test Mag for a moment, but spotting out another hero and then also Mag fogging them away meant that they could end up diving for that play that I'm sure would have loved to be able to find a kill there. So it's 3-3 still the score. CS dominated still by this Shadow Fiend. In your eyes, what's the best way to take advantage of this much of a lead for G? Is it group up with your team, or is it try and double down on more farming items? What's the big play that you can make as a Shadow Fiend here?
Oh, he'll just try to continue farming because that hero just flash farms, kills the whole wave in 1 second with 2 raises and just switches to forest. Has a TP if any team fight comes. There's still tier 1 towers up, so he can TP wherever he likes. So he'll just continue farming.
See Roger getting himself a little bit as well. Obviously taking the Stormhammer and Warcry and the support Sven role. Would love to be able to give his team that extra boost in armor to deal with all the right clicks that are in. It's part of the reason why I like Axe as a last pick Vega here, because you know you have a way to deal damage outside of just physical output, which is something that maybe they were a little bit lacking before that pick.
Yeah, well, Axe pretty much the same hero as a Centaur, and pretty much they have the same amount of farm. Centaur a bit leading in that terms. He's gonna have Blink Dagger in the next 30 seconds. Axe needs 500 gold still. So not much kills this early game, but once their offlaners get daggers, I expect a lot of actions to happen.
Absolutely. Does look like Weaver now is going to be going back for the Dragonlance. Nobody really interested in trying to pressure any of these heroes as they just farm up their first couple sets of items, but Blink Dagger Gold is there for Sashlo, has not actually picked it up, so kind of an interesting time for a Smoke Ink. I guess it's just a Nightmare Initiation?
Oh, we'll see. They got it. He has a Blink Dagger Gold, but is nowhere near the shop. He's gonna bring it to the courier from the side shop. Yeah.
Oh, is this going to be spotted though? Doesn't look like they realize it happened. The vision was not there. So Sashlo going for the initiation now. Can they find Sioma? It'd be a good hit to get him. And there's the hoof stomp. But hey, look at the fire blast. There's the global silence as well. They run him down. And well, still Nightmare. Sioma is going to actually be able to live through this, I believe. So a little bit of an awkward one. Yeah, ends up coming out.
He tried to get both with the stun, focus Dazzle first, of course, because Dazzle has a grave, but there was a little bit of miscommunication, I think. Bane was a bit too far, Centaur ult came a little bit too late, and they had to use both Global and Centaur ult. Meanwhile, I've noticed something. Luna went for the Helm of the Dominator, it's still the best build for her in the early game. Okay. Mid, XctN mid, 2 kills.
Pretty quick and easy one. Well, what's the weird thing about the Luna build here?
The Dominator got nerfed a bit. They removed 2 stats.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Plus attributes, and she didn't went for that purge creep, or she couldn't find it.
Oh.
The bullshit creep we were talking about. That one got nerfed as well. Thank God. That's so fucking ridiculous.
It was a very frustrating one to deal with. Definitely, they will get the D ward there as well. And you know, the other thing that ended up happening those past couple seconds was they found 2 kills in the mid lane. Shadow Fiend going down. So, well, while Luna's up there farming away, he ends up dying. This feels like it maybe could be a bit of a comeback, but Axe has the Blink Dagger waiting for the push. Doesn't look like it's going to come, though.
Yeah. Well, I have to apologize for some bad words I'm using. Well, I always use those when I'm talking about some imbalanced stuff, so they fixed it now and I'm not gonna mention it anymore. Meanwhile, they try to go on a dazzle. Oh, we got the grave off, but still it's gonna be dead dazzle.
Well, they traded off. They are going to be able to find that kill, and well, G looking for a bit more. The rest of them are coming in though. Here comes the Eclipse. G already dropped low and going to die. Snako as well, getting ran down, but Vega's there to keep him back. Did you
nice
also going to get caught by the Bean Script? Oh, well played, and he is going to fall for that. So they take down 2 very high priority kills. Great play right now from Effect. A follow-up from Sashlo. Constant initiation, a double for Sadoy. 4 dead. Carnage in the river.
Yeah, that's they initiated better with Centaur. X blinked in, missed the call. He didn't even cast it, he just cancelled it. And Global on top of that, which is hard to fight right now against Global Silence, and Centaur having a blink dagger plus Eclipse plus Bane ulti. There's a lot of stuff to focus on in the fights for Vega.
And feeling right now like Effect have just been able to conglomerate all of this into one big great team fight advantage with their ultis coming online. What's the response here for Vega? What's next? What do you do over the next couple of minutes, or what do you try and do right now?
Well, they need to get Shadowfiend souls so they can fight. We already see a smoke coming out from them, and they want to pressure the enemy team because Luna doesn't have Eclipse. There's still from Dazzle. He was running in front of his team, and they were separated in a fight, so that ended up as a disaster for Vega.
Really frustrating, I'm sure, and it just feels like every single initiation they go on, Effect have all of their ultis up. They've got everything in position. I mean, even Vega there had a sort of vision advantage because they spotted the ward placed down by Effect. It just didn't end up working out for them. Can Vega even really fight them at this point?
I don't think they can fight until the Shadowfiend gets the BKB up. He's close to it, 1.3k away. So they have at least something to cancel the, let's say, Global Silence, and there's a lot of magical damage coming out from Effect at the moment, so he really needs it.
All right. Well, waiting for that to come up and online. Vega Squadron still trying to pressure, and right now, getting into this spot again. Eclipse is down this time. Can they still take the fight without Eclipse?
Yeah, sure they can. They have a Global Silence up, Centaur ulti, who has a 4-staff. They have double 4-staff actually on the side of Effect, and it's gonna be enough to control the game and just kite around them.
Does look like Vega realizing this. They're gonna back off. They don't want to get caught, although G not realizing where everybody is. They run right into him. There's the hoof stomp. Everything coming out, and G is gone. Sadoy finding another kill.
Wow, look at Sadoy, 507. And he has that Manta style up, plus health of the Dominator. I also saw that BS creep. I don't see it anymore. Can you ping it out?
I don't know where it went to. It looks like he might have, I don't know if he took something else over. He might have another opportunity just to take over another creep. It looks like he's heading into the jungle. Might pick one up, but they're all gone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Weaver going for Diffusal Blade, has one right now. He just went all in with the damage. As far as I know, you can't anymore purge neither yourself nor your allies. I might be wrong, maybe just of those two.
Oh, Sioma, the stun comes in. Mag, the big initiation though. Blade Mail as well. Oh my god, Sadoy alive on nothing. 15 HP. He decides to turn back around and run in.
What
this
an
man
eclipse.
is crazy. Oh wow, double for him on 15 HP by the end. Oh my goodness.
They needed so little to kill them, at least 2 of them. That Blade Mail is just on top, really, on point.
He did more damage the axe than anybody else in that fight, and still they didn't find a kill. That's gotta be so frustrating.
Shadowfiend working towards his BKB, and the X has one in quick buy. That's what they need. I just need to check something for the...
I mean, he still did end up going down there, and it sort of goes to show that you have this hero that is not very tanky at this stage in the game, and he's gone into the talent tree that gives him a little bit of extra strength for more survivability there, but there's just too much damage coming out from the effect team, and 4-17, God, it really hurts right now. It's 7,500 net worth lead, almost shooting towards that 10k net worth experience mark.
Yeah, it looks so promising for them during that first 5 minutes, but they couldn't, I don't know, control the advantage that they had on that Shadowfiend. They didn't maximize it, and the top lane was doing well. The X Blink Dagger came a bit later than the Centaurs, which cost them a few kills as well.
Well, you mentioned the BKB on G being a bit of a turning point. Do you still feel like that's the case at this point, or are Vega able to actually start to take 5-on-5 engagements here?
It's easier for them to fight with a BKB, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Luna has Alpha Wolf, Manta style, and Centaur's working towards all good initiation.
Alright, yeah, the Fire Blast there. He's gonna be alive at the moment. Roger finds Ditchy-Ra, and they're gonna get the Fiend Script off as well. Dazzle's in the area to throw out a Grave, so he is going to be fine for the moment, but Effect still large and in charge. They get the Nightmare. Ditchy is gonna die from a right click from Bane. That's gotta hurt. Now Mag as well in some trouble. They throw out the Lucid Beam. Triple kill for half an inch. Oh man, 26 stolen in at this point in the game. God, it hurts to be Vega right now.
Yeah, if you look at the Silencer, he was struggling so much, but died once. He was behind 30 CS. And now, look at it. Well, it's the team effects, team fight ability. Just look at all those heroes. It's really hard to counter it right now. Vega lacks items to counter it.
Well, really impressive display so far from Effect. I got to give a shout out to somebody I was casting with earlier, Trempax, who was telling me that he thought this Effect team was going to be the one to watch out for so far in the playoffs, the one that he felt like was probably going to be able to make it the distance. Based off of how they're playing, is this a team that you need to be worried about if you're Empire or Team Spirit looking at this match?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, Vega doesn't seem so strong at the moment. Seems they have, I don't know, how do you call it? Maybe internal conflicts. I don't know what's going on. They look strong as a team, but they don't seem to be winning the games.
Yeah.
If you take, for example, that VP had some problems with internet connection, one of those two probably wouldn't be here, judging how good Team VP is.
Yeah, I'm with you there, definitely. And it reminds me of that initiation that came out from the Axe. It was like the perfect initiation, bringing everybody solo, but the rest of the team wasn't there, and it just doesn't feel like they're all on that same page, making the decisions together. There's something else in the works. But Sadoy, the slow siege of this tier 3 tower, feels like he can just sort of do this with no real regard for... I mean, you deny this at 38 HP, right? There's no reason to let him hit that.
Yeah, he will deny it right now, probably. There's no reason not to deny it. Just wait if they come, and they will.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
that was a bait.
All right, baited in, trying to take a good fight now, maybe. Well, Eiko gonna take some damage as well.
Luna still has an Aegis, and Global Silence is up. Pretty much everything is ready on Team Effect. There it is.
Jesus, that's a real problem. They have the Fiend Script as well. Ditchy-Ra gonna drop double, triple. Afro Ninja taking no prisoners. It is a good initiation for Magus, trying to take them all down, but not gonna happen. Maybe gonna be able to hop out of that one. 4-step Herky Pike, able to get the Nightmare to keep the damage off of him. G trying to man up Sadoy. That is not going to happen. Maybe, all right, no, one more
that
pop
was a
from Cloudflow. That's GG. Cost, what the hell do you say after that game?
Silencer, man. You can't team fight against Silencer in the early stages. Minute 10 to 20 minutes, so hard to fight, especially with all those stuns and controlling heroes like Bane, Centaur, and if they had
Inside the book that I wrote, all of the words that we spoke, yet only with our eyes. Now is the time to choose. Somebody wins and some lose. I can see through your disguise. Lay it down, hope for something better. Looking at the clouds, the sliver in the weather. You can't keep this up. The lies are just too much. Kick back, start another fire. Looking at the clouds, making shapes that you admire. And you can't stop it now, 'cause you don't know how.
coming between the lines. I'll keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once and I don't need to go around anymore. It's time to break away. Forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway. Cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel? Full steam through the setbacks. You can't win them all, but I'm proud I tried. I'm glad we had a dialogue. It's good to shape the mind. Speeding up the pace, turning up the heat. Where I need to be for the first time. Taking risks, I'm casting off without a lifeline. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway. Cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel? Don't you wanna, don't you wanna, don't you wanna feel break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway.
I'm so in love with you. Leaning up. I'm so in love with you. Love is dead. I'm so in love with you. I'm so in love
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We're going to be joined by the
Team back.
always lovely Lacoste as well, and I love that little
Radiant team
intro
back.
video. It's just too good. But how are you doing? We see again a Luna Sven opening from Effect, Vega Squadron with the minus armor strat. Do you like this response?
Hello, boys and girls. It's me and Lyrical again. Give man some credit. He
10
just
seconds remaining.
congratulations, my
Dire
friend.
team pick.
And Okay, we see Luna and Sven again coming out from effect, and after the Slardar pick, and then Weaver goes in as a second pick for even more minus armor, but effect seems like they
10
found a
seconds
cure for that
remaining.
minus armor, minus cancer.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Out there that wants to run this guy as a core. We're doing it our own way. And I like that response from effect. That's something also where I feel like minus armor strategies have become just the prevalent meta. You think about Slardar and Lifestealer, and then Weaver becoming as popular as he is, and a bunch of dazzles in play. It feels like effect don't even care.
Radiant team pick.
Yes, they found their cure, and they're just went straight in with it again, which I actually like. If you're good at something, just do it again. It's repeat. If the enemy team is stubborn, they're not
10
gonna
seconds
ban it
remaining.
or pick it. You just go with it.
5 seconds remaining.
Nick's assassin picked up against Weaver. Easy to control Weaver in team fights. Once you get the bug zone or the swarm, you just use the spiked carapace and you stun her. So stun him. I don't know why I always think that Weaver is a she. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. It looked like she. By the way, there's only 2 genders, so it's gonna be him or she.
Dire team pick.
Well, might be true. Okay.
10 seconds
We're just
remaining.
gonna go in with more minus armor.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know if it works. I mean, Dazzle is still a strong hero. Well, they can do it right now. You see Vega.
Reserve time.
They saw Silencer being a problem, and then they just insta-ban it in the first phase. They don't want to play against it. So they can still go with Dazzle. I think with this lineup and without Silencer, Vega's going to have a totally different game.
Okay. I think I mean, obviously banning in the first phase, it goes to show that Vega Squadron were really scared of it. Maybe it wasn't just all the Sven either. Maybe it was a lot that Silencer ended up having a great game. Given that that's the case now, is there anything that you particularly like for effect out of the mid lane? They do have last pick, so they could save it for last as well if they wanted to.
Maybe an Invoker. They just need something to combine the stuns with. They have a lot of stuns actually, and with Nick's assassin, it's easy to get some kills during the mid game, or when Nick's assassin gets level 6, he can just roam around in Vendetta, put a Sunstrike on top of that. Pretty much any low HP hero will die from that. Yeah, tell me. Oh, yeah. I love Bloodseeker, but not jungle. Never play jungle anymore. This is a tip for everyone watching the stream. Don't play jungle heroes, please. Everyone hates it, and plus you're gonna get reported. Bloodseeker is actually nice. He got some buffs in talents as well. Let me check what he got. I can't seem to remember everything.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Templar Assassin.
Yeah, there's something. No, I can't find it right now. Well, whatever, I'll find it later. Yeah, and the Vega Squadron just saying, yeah, we'll just go still with minus armor, more minus armor. What hero can they pick to have more minus armor?
Reserve time.
Maybe a Tide Hunter for off lane. Just use a gush. Shadowfiend, yeah, Shadowfiend offlane maxing aura just for maximum effect. Now,
10 seconds remaining.
it's not great. Don't try this at
Radiant
home. Don't
team
try this
back.
ever.
Ten seconds
Well,
remaining.
with these heroes, Vega can do pretty much anything. It
5
can be
seconds
position 4
remaining.
Weaver, it can be safe lane Weaver, it can be off lane Weaver as well. Like, it can be position 4 Slardar, it can be Slardar off lane. So they can, it's probably not gonna be Weaver position 4 because Slardar and Weaver don't
Radiant
work
team
that well
pick.
together as roaming duo. I expect offlane hero from Vega.
Ten seconds remaining.
I wanted it for Silencer just to
5
cancel the
seconds
fight and
remaining.
remove Global Silence with Guardian Greaves, but it never came to that, and the game was
Reserve
pretty much
time.
over, even if anyone got the Greaves at that point. So, but it's one of the counters to Global Silence.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, his talents got buffed as well.
Ten seconds remaining.
Well, I love Tusk in general as a hero, and I'm surprised it's not used more often, actually. We'll see how he scales in the mid game and how he scales his talent trees. They can do some kind of fancy stuff. Tusk Slardar offlane probably. Dazzle Weaver is gonna be enough to take care of Nyx Assassin.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I'm ready to be.
A little bit late with it, but it worked.
I
You
don't
gotta
know what
check it
you're
out some
talking
point.
about. Yeah, you'll send me later.
Well, Snako gonna play as Tusk. I feel like this is one of the heroes that he kind of got like when they first started when he came on to Navi. That was around the era when Tusk was super popular. Like Jarex was running a lot around the Frankfurt Major time, and then he just like dropped off the face of the earth. But I'm really excited to see some Snako Tusk.
Yeah, same. You're actually correct. He was the one playing Tusk all the time back in those days.
Well, early movements out, some wards are placed. I love this ward placement. I always feel like it's super underrated. You get to see, obviously the whole lane over here so you can harass a little bit more effectively. And also,
30
if there are any
seconds to
rotations in towards your lane, you're going to be able to see those. Maybe a little bit too late if they came in, but I don't know. That's a nice one. I like the placement.
Yeah, it's pretty common place for a ward, so it usually gets dewarded.
Oh, did you see this? Look at on the map. If you click on a ward now.
Yeah.
I thought it was just on the map or other thing.
I read change logs. I don't remember everything, but I read them. But this is the one stuff I remembered. Yeah, you can see where the ward sees actually over the cliffs, and it's good. It kind of looks like cheating, but it's okay.
Over the hills and far away, you can see it, definitely. A great song, too. They're going to drop down a sentry. Not going to be able to find a D-ward there. They might be expecting it over this direction. Maybe Roger is holding on to an observer ward of his own. Kind of interesting. I guess that they're going to try and get a wraparound here?
Yeah, we'll see what they'll do. Yeah.
Sioma got a pot shot off on the courier, but not going to be able to find it.
He has a poor man's shield. It's not gonna be probably enough to kill him. We'll see. Bane.
Oh. Lots of damage being dealt out to Mag. There was some in the mid lane as well, but they weren't able to find it. There is going to be able to get the Nightmare down as well. Crush. Oh my god, out of it. Person Crush, and Roger's going to take shots on his backside as he leaves.
Well, that's the power of poor man's shield right there.
And Shrine's back up, heads out.
Ember was really like popular pick. I mean, he still is. Got a bit nerfed with root mechanics because he can't get out of the Fire Remnant anymore from the root, which is kind of logical. If Storm Spirit can't get out, then the other one also can't get out. Well, and it was kind of weird because water beats fire and Ember Spirit is stronger. So
That's true. Fair enough. But there isn't a water spirit. I guess Morphling would be the closest to that, probably.
I'm saying water, lol. I meant thunder.
Thunder? I'm with you. I'm with you. Also in the top lane.
Yeah, this joke doesn't make any sense anymore. I apologize for this.
I was trying to save you there for a second, but it's all fine. Top lane, again, they were going on to Mag. Weren't able to quite find the kill. And like you were talking about, the value of that poor man shield, it's not something that we always see on a Slardar, but I guess if you're going to be in this lane with so many right clicks, you got to be able to deal with it.
Yeah, he knew he was gonna face tri-lane, so he just went straight for it. A lot of players go for, let's say, just a normal stout shield and then dangos and healing salve. With that, he would be dead there. He knew he was facing a tri-lane, so it was a choice by him.
Definitely. Another snowball happened over in the river. They weren't able to run down the Nyx Assassin, who is going to now use his shrine and be able to turn it back around. So the early rotations of Vega not really amounting to much, but still Nyx Assassin has been kept out a little bit. And you can see relatively with levels, maybe just a bit further ahead of where that Slardar is. Now they're about on parity, but should be a relatively even laning stage as far as what the offlaners get out of it.
The only thing I'm thinking about is some kind of joke to redeem myself for that stupid water one. I can't even think straight. Just kidding.
We're all good.
Yeah, it's fine.
We also do see another Nightmare up top. They're not going to, well, maybe
bottom lane. Bottom lane.
They're going on him. Sashlo is taking a lot of damage. They are going to draw first blood up top. So battle's going on all over the map. They roll forward. Sashlo is going to get punched, and Seneko finds that kill. And I was going to mention, I was all set up a little bit by Seneko blocking the camp pull with his ice shards on this high ground here, and that put the lane in an unfavorable situation. So Nick ended up getting picked off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's how you're going to redeem yourself. You can just tell me about how I'm butchering the pronunciation.
We need more Russian names so I can redeem myself. Maybe next game. Next series. Yeah.
Well, G having a great time again. I feel like he's consistently been able to beat out Ninja a little bit, at least in the laning stage. Do you think that this is mainly because Vega have been committing 2 heroes there, or is it G just outplaying him a little bit?
Well, overall, I think G is a more experienced player and knows how to handle, let's say, more situations. But he had an upper hand last game. He had the help from his position 4 heroes and 5.
And they keep on pushing back that Ember Spirit a little bit, causing him some trouble. So last game we saw a pretty even laning stage, maybe a little bit favored into Effect's way, and then it sort of turned into this around 10 to 15 minute group up and pressure and team fights by Effect, where they ended up taking the game pretty much off the back of that. Is that same type of thing going to happen here, or do you think it's a different way that the next couple of minutes look for Effect? And I
don't think this game is going to be the same as last one, because they have the heroes to snowball, but there's no silencer this time. That was the key for their win in the last game. So, and Vega has snowball as well. If not snowball heroes, at least they have a spell.
Ew. There you go. That's
there
what we need more of.
Now it's 0-0 again.
Exactly. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's 0 for the audience as well for both of us. But that's fine. We're all good to go. The mid lane able to cause some damage. He is still going to take that harassment. God, so frustrating to play against. But up in the top, they've been able to get the Nightmare on the mag. The stun comes out, and if they want to use it, well, they are just going to be able to find the right-click kills. Luna didn't have 6 yet.
If you see what happened top, G knew something was up because he sees that Sven and Bane are missing, so he was not feeling comfortable and used the scan on his left side. So, you know, something was up. At least he could have told Slardar to back off. That's how it usually is when you're playing, because you don't see the heroes. They would be either been top or at mid, so one head to die, for example.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And you can see this invis room for Tusk. It's trying to set something up here. Saslo, oh god, I'm not going to be able to do it. But meanwhile, in the top lane, also Sadoy, he still hasn't quite gotten into that clips. He does have it now, so if anybody decides to rotate up here, it could be a pretty quick death for them. And it just feels like right now, the only place that they have a chance to find a kill is onto this Nyx assassin, who is getting slowed now by the sigil. The right click's coming in, the bug's on top of as well, and they do find a kill. DOTA getting that one.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. Tusk is going for maxing Frozen Sigil build, which I think it's correct because it gives so much in team fights. Later on, he'll just probably get plus 35 XP gain and just level up the other spells.
Oh. Ooh, this could be a big kill. They might realize where G is. G moving up close now, and oh, there is not a shrine. Doesn't look like. Turns now onto Roger, the stun onto 2, the double run forward. He is going to be able to get it. No, not quite able to get out. Somehow G able to get to the other side of that shards. Great placement by Snako. Cool escape.
Yeah, the shrine is ready now. It was 10-second cooldown, and G didn't have meld, but still managed to survive. Really great play by Shaklo there. Soneko there, sorry. And by the way, you can call Shaklo Nyx Assassin. Easier.
Thank you, man. That's what I need. See, this is why you're here for the knowledge, dropping it down on the people. That's what's up. So Nyx Assassin is going to get the pull off here and be able to get himself maybe a bit more farm. Yeah, but a very interesting early winning stage to this one, and it has felt like Vega off to maybe a bit of a hotter start than they had last time.
Yeah, Vega is doing good this game. Phantom Assassin on top of Net Worth, working towards Blink Dagger into Desolator, pretty classic build. And meanwhile, you mentioned Luna being on top. Luna is hard to gank. Once she reaches level 6, it's pretty much impossible to gank her. Because it can go so bad. You can get maybe 1, even 2 kills in return and not even killing her.
Yeah. And also being able to rotate in for if somebody dives another lane too.
Yeah.
Then you...
That's how you play Luna. Always have a TP when Eclipse is ready so you can help. It's gonna be either probably your off lane they wanna pressure. There she is trying to TP right now.
In the meantime, Roger's going to take some damage here, caught in by the ice shards. They have the sigil as well, the slow, and, well, in a lot of trouble. DOTA has shown up as well. They managed to find the stun onto 2. Still going to take a lot of damage, and Roger trying to escape, but is not going to be able to happen. And that also means this gank needs to change their targets.
Yeah, because everyone went top.
Oh, the Nightmare breaking through refraction charges is going to be able to go for the Lucid Beam initiation. They drop a Sentry Ward, and, well, G is going to die. Don't even need to use the clips there.
Yeah, smart play. They had Sentry Ward, which they needed to actually kill him. Last time, I don't think they had, but never mind. Templar Assassin didn't even have meld there, so all good.
Well, DOTA last game, of course, went for the Dragonlance into Diffusal build. Do you like that build this game? Is that what you expected to be going for?
No. He's probably gonna get a Lincoln Sphere this game. He's against Bane again, so he needs it. Swen, Impale, there's a lot of stuns to remove with Lincoln Sphere.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay.
I didn't like the Diffusal Blade. I said I will check it, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't work anymore on yourself. You can't purge anything on yourself. He was trying to go...
pace there, and unfortunately wasn't able to get the complete and total follow-up with Roger. So it is going to be Ditya escaping. Oh, bottom lane, they're setting up on Sidoi possibly. Arzika is here as well. They have a Dark Troll Summoner to control if anybody heads in, but again, Vega just kind of responding, TPing in mass around the map.
Yeah, still they didn't use Eclipse once this game, 11 minutes. They're just playing around it, playing safe. This is the kind of spells that give you that fear effect, early Black Hole, Eclipse. So people actually fear to go in a fight against that.
On Sasha, excuse me, Nyx Assassin is going to spot out G here.
That's right.
Thank you. I appreciate that one. Might get the courier snipe. It's not quite. Oh, maybe he came back in. Oh, they take it down. Oh, somebody's pissed. Find it.
Well, he got his blink dagger. It would have been huge if he killed it before.
Oh, and an interesting other item that we see now is the Sven going back for the medallion. Just more plus armor for a team. Do you like this build here?
Yeah, he went to the same build last game, but he had more gold, so he went for Helm of the Dominator build first, then switched into medallion. So it's good, just buff the armor. That's what he's gonna do. The smoke is coming out from Team Effect. They want to find the kills on bottom. Dirty Ron knows something is up. He's just gonna TP out. Good reading.
Yeah. They're pinging that middle lane, seeing the creeps hitting the tower. They know that somebody should be there to keep them alive, and so everybody heads out. And they're actually gonna go to Roshan. And with Effect hanging out in the jungle, this is a really good call by Vega.
Roche has minus 20 armor and it's dropping, so it's gonna die in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and this time I got it correctly.
Yeah,
nice.
You did. Always the prediction god, but our Zeke now getting gone upon. Oh, nice! They are going to be able to keep him alive. The jump in with 2 remnants. Sioma also going to be able to get the grave off, trying to run away. Does look like they are going to run him down, but they take down 3 and only lose Vayne.
Well, good positioning. It's hard to fight near the Roche, especially on the enemy side of the map, because you're always close to a shrine and the enemy team can TP, plus all tier 1 towers are still up on both sides. The first one is going to go down right now.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, really strong, and this is a lineup that can start to gain a lot of steam, particularly with that Veil online for Afro Ninja. Ember is going to really be able to dominate this map. So we'll have to see how Vega Squadron respond to this. Chara is going to be going back for the Diffusal Blade, so I guess it's just a good damage item for agility heroes in general.
It is. It gives you so much damage, just a Blade of Alacrity, plus it burns mana, and you can purge people in fight so they can't move, and the one you purge probably dies.
Oh God!
Well, he's going for yeah, I got it now. He's going for Diffusal because Templar Assassin's gonna go for Desolator, and it's a waste to have 2 Desolators in the same team.
Got it. Makes sense. By the way, Ember Spirit not with the rest of his team. Arzika is gonna be the one that gets scouted out there. They don't hit the dust onto the Nyx Assassin, but they will still find that kill. And it looks like the rest of Effect is just gonna back off and away. Not wanting to get caught. Shards up in 5, but it jumped long.
Yep. It's gonna be easy to fight for Vega right now because Flarder has picked up a dagger. So good timing, 13 minutes dagger it was. So meanwhile, Nyx Assassin 500 away from his.
Yeah. You know, we saw that there was a recent change as well to Solar Crest, now giving you 2 extra armor on top of all the other bonuses that item gives you. Kind of cool to see it picked up this early on into the patch. I'm wondering if we're going to get more and more supports rushing it in the first couple of items, particularly given the prevalence of minus armor drafts.
Yeah, I hope so. That item seems to be forgotten, same as Heaven's Hellbird, if someone even knows what that item is. I mean, you didn't see that item ever, maybe on Legion Commander, sometimes when he tries to remove Lincolns on someone, and that's pretty much it. He got buffed, I mean, it got buffed the last patch, so I hope we see some in the future.
We also are looking at a situation over here where they're going to TP in behind the trees. There's the Nightmare onto one, Fiend Script onto G. Mag interrupts it though. The double remnant forward trying to chase now Sioma. It's going to get the Grave onto himself, but probably not long for this world. And G trying to walk away. Does have Refraction up in 3 seconds, but Effect is right on top of Mag. Looking for the counter crush. Is it going to be enough? They get the Refraction off. Able to back out. Oh wait, no, the Aegis is down though. And there's the crush onto 2. Roger trying to turn on to Ditchia Rob, bringing him low. Is he going to die? They do find that kill. Meanwhile, the snowball forward trying to take more from this. G on top of Slash. They get off the Eclipse though, and G is going to die. A triple killing spree down and gone as Seneko is also going to get ran at. Roger with another stun is going to find him. Slowed as well by the Purge creep. Why not? Double kill for Roger.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Team Effect looking so strong. Well, look at their heroes. Plus Veil, 25 extra. Increased magic damage, and everything they have pretty much is magic right now. So it's they have an upper hand in fights. They seem so much stronger than the Vega right now.
This is the great part about having a Sven as well in the support lane, is that you actually get 3 points up in Great Cleave and you can farm somewhat effectively. He's going to get this Solar Crest now at 16 minutes. And I mean, we're not going to likely see a TA pick up a MKB anytime soon. So the 25 allied evasion is so much value.
Yeah, plus 12 armor. That's huge. When someone gets focused, you just throw it on him. Plus they have a Bane Nightmare to just cancel the fight. Someone is getting focused. A lot of stuff for Vega to actually do. Well, Templar Assassin needs the BKB. Yeah, she has one in the quick buy as well.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing now is you're getting the Sven into maybe the next tier of items. We'll see what that ends up being. I don't know if we've actually seen it in a pro game before, but Aghanim's not completely terrible, particularly when you have an edgy carry that's your other main source of damage. Thinking about that on a Sven, I don't know if you would end up going into that, but you know, in a support Sven world, why not?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually. What I would go for is probably a Blink Dagger, even though there's one Blink Dagger on Nyx Assassin and one on Ember Spirit, so they don't lack initiation. Oh, Ember.
Oh, couldn't quite get off that Solar Crest in time and does end up going down. There's so much damage out from the TA and
Why do I see Evil Genius's mark on the ground?
I don't know, I didn't see that.
I did. Maybe once EG, always EG.
Okay, there you go. That's what it comes down to, I guess. But our Zeke, Roger, they're just going to hold the high ground for now. And well, Effect have been winning a couple of fights. It's like Vega are the one that in the field turn them.
There's the Solar Crest on Templar Assassin. She has only 2 armor when used offensively.
Yeah, quite good. And you look at something like Luna too, and she's going to be up at, what is that, like 28 armor? That's absurd.
Yeah, plus evasion. Plus if it comes to that, when she gets a butterfly, Templar Assassin needs to work towards MKB or just Bloodthorn, which removes evasion as well when active.
Oh yeah. I guess that would be the build. Right now, Effect is set up over here to the side, but it doesn't look like they want to try and go in on it yet. What do you feel like Vega Squadron's goal is right now in the game? What are they trying to accomplish?
Well, they just want to farm until Templar Assassin has a BKB up so they can fight, maybe even get the BKB on Fever, and Slardar went for End of Midas so he can secure the late game as well, and maybe try to get a pick off with a Slardar and smoke on Dazzle, and that's it.
Yeah, not often that you see Slardars pick up the Midas before the Tranquils, but I guess Mag's still wanting it. It's some nice extra armor and, you know, movement speed, all those good things.
Yeah, because he had enough money to buy it, so he's not gonna switch to Tranquil first. He went for Permanent Shield first, which was a good choice, as we saw. Then Brown Boots, and then went for Iron Talon, because he had to go for jungle, couldn't stand on the lane. Going Tranquil Boots after that is a bit of waste, because it will delay Blink Dagger, so Blink Dagger first, then had money for Hand of Midas. Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Toss, no one what's up. And now we have ourselves all on the side of Vega Squadron grouped up and ready to potentially take this fight. They do have a pretty significant vision advantage here. You can see that right now Effect walking into complete and total lack of vision. They will get a D ward. That is pretty nice for them. So it looks like, at least for now, Effect gonna defend our tier 2 tower.
We were talking about Tusk getting level 10. He's still level 8, struggling a bit. There were not much fighting. 18 kills for 21 minutes, still decent, but he was only in 7 kills, so he's a bit underleveled.
Oh. He also is going to be going back for Solar Crest, it looks like, and well, what do you know? Luna has some evasion in her inventory as well, so already sitting with that 20 evasion. Sadoi is going to be really hard to kill as the game goes on. We didn't even factor into it the extra armor that you're going to be getting from Warcry as well. 20, like...
Oh, nice reaction by Ember, just blinked out faster than Slardar could blink in.
On Snake, they don't realize that they're all up here on this hill. Vega might actually, but now have their armor on them. It's Assassin scouting, and still nobody really wants to take the advantage. It feels like they're waiting to fight around this Roche pit, though.
Roche is up. The Purge Creep just scouted it.
It's a pings. Nobody wanting to take that step, though. Do you feel like one side has a better Roche taking lineup or ability to fight around the Roche at least?
Yeah, Vega, definitely. We told that minus armor, meld, Slardar ult, Swarm, Dazzle ult. It goes down really fast, in seconds max. The smoke coming out from Effect, they want to fight.
Yeah. And I like that play too. They go all the way back to where they know for sure there is no vision. They took out that ward, and now they're going to try and make the move. But it looks like Vega also going to do foot. This could be sketchy.
BKB is up on TA. It's going to be easy to fight. Bane will try to grip TA in fight, probably. That's his job. Sleep one.
They're leading the way with Sioma too. Snako, do they realize what's happening? There's our Zeke right on top of them. They're able to get it off immediately. Can the Nightmare come out in time? No, it's not going to, but there is the Eclipse onto 2 of them. It's not going to quite be there. They are able to bring down the Dazzle, though. Now G turned on to several of them. Snako backing out. They catch him in the Ice Shards. So a 2-for-2 exchange so far. BKB down for G. And though the Nyx Assassin finds the stun, but they decide to back out afterwards. There's the Lucid Beam. G in trouble. They get the stun. They get the kill. 3 now down.
There's so much armor coming out from Sven with Warcry and Solar Crest. Templar Assassin just seems to be struggling to deal the damage she needs in the fight.
Wow. Well, just like that, Effect, they end up taking it back into their favor. And it seems like if everything is all set up and the team fight is ready to go, Effect are just too hard to kill off. What's the answer then for Vega? Is it you have to wait until like Bloodthorn comes up, or is it BKBs you're waiting for at this point, pretty much?
He has an MKB in quick buy, which is gonna come faster than Bloodthorn, and it's better than just using you. I mean, there's gonna be a Butterfly on Luna soon, and plus Solar Crest. MKB is a better choice, but it's gonna be hard for Vega to fight, especially now since they have an Aegis, and Butterfly is gonna come up in the next 2 minutes. Plus, look at the items on Sven. He's building even more armor. Bot Buckler is building towards that Crimson Guard to deny all the physical damage.
So this supports Sven that we've now seen 2 games in a row. How much do you rate it? How good do you feel like this is?
It's viable. It really is. It works great. Because we've seen in this meta, minus armor is really good, and the heroes that are being picked, pretty much every hero has some kind of minus armor ability, especially the Slardar. He's the first picked hero. Oh,
He misses the initial crush, but there's the Nightmare to keep Sadoy alive for the moment. G getting Fiend's Grip. They have the follow-up stun on top of him, and Sadoy still does not have Eclipse for 10 seconds. Can they make something of it? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. G taking a lot of damage, but also dealing it out. They're able to bring down the Bane, but they've also lost the Slardar on top of G. So Vega, again, in a bad spot. They do manage to get off the Sakuchi, but Ditya still controlled and is going to end up being brought down. The Spike Carapace to boot. They find that kill.
They have so much to control the fights with Bane's Grip, Sleep, Sven Stun, Searing Chains, and Nyx Assassin, Carapace, and Impale. Just so much stun. It feels like 6.48B Dota. So much stuns.
God, that's really frustrating.
Yeah, and the Aegis is still up.
Well, they get a weave off. So that's something, right?
Yeah,
Maybe?
it's something. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a feeling that it's really not. You're sort of humoring me here a little bit.
Just a little bit. Well,
Yeah.
Warcry is not used. Everyone has pretty much armor in plus, especially when Sven uses a Warcry. And now it's gonna be bouncy coming out from Luna. Butterfly. That extra shrine is so good when you're playing Luna. It just has more targets to bounce on.
Oh God, Mag, he wanted the initiation. He ends up being brought down for it. Ditya pops the KB, just tickling this Ember Spirit, doing absolutely nothing. When Buckler is popped, when Warcry is popped, look at these numbers go up. You don't have an answer for that.
Yeah. And Crimson Guard is coming to Sven. I don't have a clue how they want to deal the damage. There's just no way to deal damage if you're being Vega right now.
Oh,
Plus,
finally.
Plus 4 staff on Nyx Assassin to control the fight even more. And Alpha Wolf, Luna.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Just a massacre.
Radiant's middle tower
The
is under
effects
attack.
have came to play, and Vega Squadron are just not prepared for what they're throwing at them. It just feels like they have had the perfect answer in each of these drafts so far, and they didn't even really change that much.
It's one of the strategies you make.
Oh my God,
need-
G?
Oh,
All right, double shrine pop, and there is going to be the barracks going down.
Has fallen.
it's still Luna with Aegis. They really can't go on her. Nice reaction again coming out from Afro Ninja.
Yeah, now Mag also going to take the damage. Right clicks abound. They pull him into the snowball to keep him alive, but guess what? That pulls him in a little bit deeper as they do throw out the Nightmare. Going to be able to get away from that one. Beats Crit G. Oh, you don't have an answer to that. The right clicks from Luna. The jump in now from Afro Ninja, and Sioma also in a hell of a lot of trouble. Ditya pops the BKB, just trying to get out and away, but they get a double for him. Now looking for a bit more. They end up finding another. GG gets called.
It is time. It is time to call it.
Vega Squadron just dominated.
Dire victory.
As I mentioned, Vega seems a bit sloppy. I feel they can win pretty much any team, but they can also lose to any team. There's a lot of teams who are in this condition right now. One team that comes to my mind is Navi, for example. I feel like they can beat anyone, but they still seem fresh, and
lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Yet we keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Of things we know. Spirit of things, we lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away, yet we keep coming